Oh, did I say that out loud?
Yeah. All right. So now our final segment. I wanted to talk about this because I feel like, and listen, I'm all for people starting podcasts and hey, let your voice be heard, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But okay. So my question is, right? Do you feel that it's easier for a celebrity to start a podcast because they already have a name for themselves? So I feel like they just that's the trend now. It's like, oh, I'm a celebrity. Oh, I could do this podcast shit. Yeah, I'll do it. Whatever. And they easily get listens and follows and streams. As someone like us, we're the complete opposite. We will. No, I say that. We're not celebrities.
We coming from the mud.
We are literally not celebrities.
Yeah, we're not. We're uncelebrities. But it's much.
We don't care for these celebs.
But I feel like it'll be much harder for us as opposed to a celebrity. Just like, oh, I could just easily, But I feel like that's the wave now, What do you guys feel about that?
I think ever since Joe Budden started his podcast and Drink Champs.
Drink Champs is good.
Started that wave. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna start a podcast.
Like,
and it's just like, bruh.
When we say
really?
Most celebrities or just celebrities, I mean most celebrities. Like, I don't mind it if they come with a new concept. Of course, it's going to be easier for them because they got the money most of the time.
Right.
And some of them, they're not in the spotlight, so that's even okay with me. Like, oh, you have a new concept for a podcast and you're not really working right now? All right, cool. Do your show, whatever. Mm-hmm. But like Joe Budden, that's all he do right now, so I don't give a fuck about him. There was a podcast. Who was it? Amy, the girl who was in all the Scream not the Scream movies. Scary movie.
Oh,
main white girl.
Cindy.
Yes, her.
Forgot her actual name, but
she used to be married. No, yeah. She used to be married.
She has a podcast too.
She has a podcast. She used to be married to Chris Pratt.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. As soon as he got
Amy Schumer better have a podcast. She ain't funny.
Look, listen, but no, she has a podcast too, and they're just talking about regular shit. I'm like,
audiobooks.
If I wanted to hear you talk about regular shit, unless I'm a really big fan of you, if I wanted to hear you talk about regular shit, I would see you on a show of somebody else's.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Anna Faris.
Thank you. I know it was Anna something, but I used to like her. Like, she's a ditzy white girl and everything she did, but
it's like a typecast.
Yeah, but like now.
But yeah, I always say I feel like it's easier for them because it's just like, oh, this person, but it's this person talking about regular shit, and people just tuned in, like, oh exactly. Shit, like
the same reason that they're going to follow somebody on Twitter, the same reason that they're going to follow somebody's Instagram and Snapchat. They want to get a peek into your life, and these celebrities, it's like, why not? If these people actually care what I have to say, even though I might not even care about saying anything, because I mean, like, you look at Drink Champs, and I'm a fan of Drink Champs.
Yeah,
but all they're doing is just reminiscing on situations that happen in the game, like,
and a lot of people want to hear that.
Exactly, it's interesting.
Right? Like one that I haven't really caught a full episode of, Red Table Talk. That I think is a good concept. It's Jada, her mom, and her daughter talking to these celebrities, like getting like deep conversation, like that conversation between Jada and Gabrielle Union when they was talking about, like, I hated you back then. It's like, I did too, and I don't know why. Exactly, I don't know why either. And like, yo, it was a real conversation. They got down to it, and they squashed whatever the fuck it was. And the thing is that they uncovered that back then, especially, they were pitted at each other because there weren't a lot of roles for them. So like, you kind of get into that's an interesting conversation,
right?
So it's like some of these people, some of these celebrities, they do have interesting conversations and interesting podcasts, but
it's true. Like, well, you said Drink Champs is your favorite. What's your favorite
celebrity?
Podcast? Yeah, celebrity podcast.
I don't know.
Yo, I can't say. I can't say
Yeah,
Drink Champs is my favorite. You know whose is my favorite?
Who?
I think Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan. I was about to say
Joe Rogan's podcast is really entertaining, and he has a real big,
he talks
variety.
About some weird.
He has a real big variety
of variety of guests up
exactly.
There. And like
he does.
Yeah, and it's like I don't know.
And like before, I knew him as the guy from Fear Factor.
Me too.
I didn't know that he was a stand-up comedian.
Me neither.
MMA fighter, yeah.
And an MMA fighter.
MMA fighter.
Yes.
Yeah, he's an MMA fighter.
Yeah, I know that he do it all. He be on the sideline of announcing for the MMA and shit.
Yeah.
This dude ain't scared of nothing.
Exactly, but like, just because it's like, yo, if like that I respect, because it's like you came out of nowhere and people really, really like you came with,
Yeah.
I didn't know, like I didn't know that he knew all of these people that he,
I think he was like besides Joe Budden and Drink, I think he was like the first.
Joe Budden with the everyday struggle shit, like like that kind of put it off. But Joe Budden like always was trying to do stuff like that. Like he always had a blog or something going, and yeah.
Like the only thing I'll say about celebrities coming up doing podcasts more is that I don't want to say the space is saturated, because it is, but at the same time it's like it is saturated, but at the same time it's like, of course people are gonna want to listen to you, like
yeah. It's like a cheat code.
It's not just that. There's enough to go around, because we're just scratching the surface.
Exactly. When it comes to podcasting, it's like a lot of times it's really nichey. So
now it's really niche.
Yeah, when you talk about T.I. Expeditiously podcast, I don't know a lot of people that listen to it, but I can tell you immediately that most likely a lot of T.I. fans is going to listen to it, because it's going to be shit from T.I.'s perspective, and that in itself is a niche.
Yep.
Just like Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan is probably the only one who really, really don't have a niche.
He's Joe Rogan.
Yeah, he's Joe Rogan, and he just talks about everything.
But he's like, super versatile with his podcast.
Exactly.
Like he'll have anybody on there.
Drink Champs is dope, because it's like that's the only one that I've never seen a rapper invite another rapper in and then just like praise him so much every time. And I think that's just real respectable and shit, He was like, yo, I met Nas, and I swear, son, first time I heard this nigga like, yo, I'm throwing my shit away. I gotta write some new shit.
Yeah, like stuff like that, and I think that's cool. Like as hip hop fans, it's like we grew up on Nori and Fab and Jadakiss and those people. So it's like seeing that that's a cool concept. You know what I mean? It's just like, I just think like it's podcast is the wave now. Like it's official now. It's officially podcast the wave. Yeah.
Life.
It is.
A lot of people
like,
was shitting on it before,
it.
man.
10 years ago, we were like, the fuck is a podcast? Now we're like, oh, yo, did you listen to that fucking podcast? Like,
yeah. Nicki Minaj got a podcast.
Wait, who?
Nicki.
Who that?
Minaj. Young Money.
Say what now?
Young Money.
Young Money. Young Money? What's the name of the podcast?
Queen Radio.
Oh,
it's not.
Oh.
I don't have Apple, so I don't listen to
you know
it.
who Nicki is?
I don't know who that is. I don't know that.
I don't know that. Pookie said you knew her.
Pookie's a line that. Where's the line
I can't.
Nah. Shout out to Nicki Minaj for her podcast.
I'm done with y'all.
We joking, but speaking of T.I. and talk, how do you guys feel about it? Would you ever take your daughter to the fucking GYN doctor?